Blessings, blessings, blessings. I want to come on here and bless some of you all because I know I'm not the only one who's feeling like this. So I woke up this morning and I felt empty. And when I say I felt empty, I felt at peace. I didn't have anything worrying me, stressing me, or bothering me. It was just nothing on my mind. That's called peace for those of you who are trying to figure out, why am I not doing nothing today? What is happening? Why do I feel like this? This is called peace that surpasses all understanding. Because most likely you have so much stuff going on, but God hasn't even allowed you to think about those things. So even then, I felt the need to want to get up and just work. And I couldn't. It don't matter how long I sat at that computer and I was trying to write and I was trying to do this. It was just like, why do I feel like I'm exhausted, but I'm not exhausted? This is called rest. This is called rest and peace. This is called rest and peace. And I think one of my fears in life was to become one of the people that were in my family that just sat at home, waited on the government to take care of them. It just made you feel like they were lazy and they did nothing all day. So for me to stand still and do nothing, that bothered me. And God has been dealing with me for the past month or two in just being at peace while I rest. A lot of you all know that God is doing new things in your life. He's connecting you with new people, and you're needing to rest like this because what's about to happen, it's about to happen quickly, and it's about to happen all at once, and it's going to blow your mind, and you're going to need the speed, the energy, the persistency, the consistency. You're going to need all of this rest right now for what's about to happen in your life. One of the young ladies reached out to me because I have a prophetic training that I'm about to release. And one of the ladies had reached out to me, letting me know. She said, "Oh, I just want to hear God for myself." And that was God giving me a sign that, hey, I'm about to send the people who are searching for help on hearing God for themselves. They want to hear me for themselves. They want to cut out the distractions. They want to know what to do and how to do it, and so they won't need anybody else. So just by her even contacting me yesterday on TikTok, I said, "Okay, God, you're about to send the people." So I want you to know that God is saying this rest that you're getting right now, and this peace that surpasses all your bills, all your understanding, all the lack, all the stuff that you've been dealing with. God said, I'm causing you to be in this seat, in this setting right now, to prepare you for what's about to happen, because I'm about to stretch you. Isaiah 54:2-4. I'm about to stretch you. God is about to stretch it. When I'm saying we're not starting with 5 or 10, it's going to be hundreds at one time. It's going to be 50 people coming at one time. It's going to be orders overflowing you. I know you see some of the people on TikTok and they're selling hair products or things of that nature, creams or whatever it is, and they're showing you videos of how many orders they're getting in. You're about to get that all at once. And God is saying, I'm needing you to be rested at that time. One thing that was funny to me was my spouse, he just sent me something this morning because he called and he was like, "What's wrong? Like, how's your day going?" I'm like, "I feel empty," but I was like, "It's not a worry empty. It's one of those peaceful emptiness." And he said, "Dang, I was supposed to send you something that he got last night." And I want to tell you all, I want to help somebody because God gave you something last night. Or maybe he's giving you something today to give to somebody else. And you forgot because you got distracted. You forgot to send it, or you forgot to say it, or you forgot to call them, or you forgot to do it. And God is saying, if you do stuff when I tell you to do it, it'll help the other person. It'll save their life. So the thing that he sent me today that God showed him last night, he was supposed to send it last night. If he would have sent it last night, it would have planted a seed in my mind that, oh, okay, I can just rest today. I don't have to get up. Instead, I start trying to do something that I was not supposed to do. So God was testing him because he wanted to test him to see if he would be obedient, if he would answer what he was telling him to do, or if he would get distracted and forget to send me. So he was saying, "Oh, I sent it today." And he was like, "Now you got to understand." I said, "You have to understand seeds." If you would have I said, it wasn't a coincidence that he gave it to you last night. That's because he knew what my today would be. So he was trying to prepare me. But because you got distracted last night and then sent it to today, this is what the issue is. So I wanted to share a testimony with you guys. I was working this job and I was there for a week. I've told this testimony before, but I want you to get something that you probably missed when I shared it before. So I was sweeping the next day when I quit the job. The next day I was in my kitchen sweeping. I was cleaning up. And God said, go to Walmart. Now, if God wanted me to go to Walmart after I was done sweeping, he would have told it to me when I got done sweeping. That meant stop what you're doing. See how God will make you stop something that you're already working on? How he'll make you stop building on something you already building? How he'll make you stop doing something you was already doing in the midst of it? He'll just tell you to stop, to pause. And see, you have to even understand, he told me to sweep that morning. He was like, go clean the kitchen up, go sweep. So I'm just cleaning up. So that was the first instruction. Now while I'm sweeping, okay, now go to Walmart. So that means stop what you're doing in the midst of it. For those of you who can't stop doing stuff in the midst, you got to finish it, you be missing God. So God said stop and go to Walmart. So I completely stopped. I grabbed my keys and I'm walking to the door and I'm like, okay, I can get my hair done. And I crank up the car and go to Walmart. Now, the day I go to Walmart, I go in and a lady comes in. She's buying some hairspray. She's like in and out. Now, God shuts the computer system down so that I can read her name tag. The name tag said President and her name, Teresa. So I look over and I'm like, hey, Miss Teresa, what are you the president of? Now, what's funny is as soon as we communicated and she gave me her card, the computer system came back up. And that lets you know how much God controls even the computer system. So for those of you who want a mortgage, who are looking for a house, who are looking for a car, God controls the computer system. He can make it glitch. He can make it jump. He can make it show something it don't need to show. He can make it show something it needs to show. I'm going to throw that out there for those of you who need something from God on today. But what I was trying to tell him was, God is trying to train you in the prophetic. If you do things when he tell you to do it, it'll work out. And he wanted to just go up and down with me with, oh, I sent it, you needed it right now. He would have showed it to you today if I needed it right now. I needed it last night so that you can plant the seed last night. And I would have woke up and been like, oh, I'm okay with just sitting here doing nothing today. And I could be at peace with that. But when we don't do what God wants us to do because we're waiting on him to tell us this, he said, I didn't feel the urge. You're not going to always feel an urge. God is not always going to tell you something. What if he show you something? See, we're thinking God is a God of coincidences. No, everything he does is intentional. It's not by coincidence that you run across my lives every day. It's not by coincidence that you made a right instead of going left this time. It's not by coincidence that you got locked up. It's not by coincidence that you found some money on the ground. It's not by coincidence somebody called you in your time of need to pay a bill for you. That's not a coincidence. That's intentional. All God has to do is find that person who's going to obey him when he needs them to obey them. And that's because people are praying and they need to see God. So I'm telling him, listen, I'm not making nothing negative. I said, you're being tested and God is trying to see, are you going to obey him? I said, and he's going to test you again because you failed that test. He said, but I just sent it now. Don't you feel better? I said, no, I don't. I don't feel better because to know that he gave you something last night that you were supposed to get. I said, what if that was supposed to save somebody's life? And then the first thing you tell me is, I was supposed to send you something. I said, if you were supposed to send me something, why didn't you send it? Now you're trying to convince me that what you just said, you were supposed to send me something, that it was supposed to be sent today. No, you're supposed to send it last night. Now you're trying to make up for what you didn't do because you got distracted. And then gonna say, well, I don't know what happened. I said, you don't know what happened because it was a distraction. So whoever or whatever happened that's a distraction. And I told him he had a spirit. I said, you have a spirit that makes you forget the things you need to do, but you remember the negative stuff and the stuff you're not supposed to do. And a lot of you all have this spirit that God could be trying to get you some stuff, but you put it off and you delay it because you seem and deem that it's not important to you. But the things that's not important, the stuff that hurt you, the stuff that people come up against you with, y'all hold on to the pain and the hurt. So I wanted to come on and share this with you. God said rest on today. Rest and be at peace. Everything is okay. Peace that surpasses all understanding. I love you all.